All right, this is APBC Calculus. We're doing the midterm review, and this is free response 19C, which is a calculator question, but again, the calculator is not very useful here. So we are given that g of 0 is 4, and we're asked to write the equation of line tangent to g at x is 0. It's the same basic questions we saw in A, but slightly harder because g is slightly more complicated, right? So again, we need two things. We need a point, which in this case is going to be 0 comma g of 0 because I'm finding the tangent line to g at x is 0. But they gave me g of 0, it's a 4, so my point is 0 comma 4. Great. Second thing I'm going to need is a slope, and the slope is going to be g prime, right? So my m tangent is going to be g prime at 0, which is a little bit harder because I'm going to have to use this ugly equation, right? So that's going to be e to the 0, and then a 3f of 0 plus 2f prime of 0, right? And that's where we're at. So I know all of those things. I know f of 0, I know f prime of 0. So this is going to end up being a 1 times a 3, or times a negative 2 plus a 2 times a, oh, sorry, it's a positive 2, my bad, 3 times 2 plus a 2 times a negative 3. So I end up getting that this is a 1 times a 6 minus 6, which ends up just being a 0. I would double check this when this happened. I certainly did the first time I did this problem, because if you get a slope that's 0, you should have a moment where you're just like, hey, did I add wrong? Did something happen? But it turns out that that's right. You check your math and everything's good. So you get y minus the y value equals m, x minus the x value. There's a whole bunch of zeros. This answer is totally fine. If you wanted to just use the answer y equals 4, because certainly this entire side gets wiped out, this would also be totally fine. But either answer is okay, and that's it.